We are cruising today here on the Morning Brew. Really interesting guests, and next guest, no exception. She is Elizabeth Becker, who is the curator at the Albuquerque Museum. Good to have you on, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on down there?
Yeah, so I'm here to talk to you about some of the programs that are going on in March at the museum. So I'm the curator of education, so I come up with some of the programs to get people to use the exhibits. We have a brand new exhibit that opened up in mid-February called Behind Closed Doors. This is a really fabulous exhibit from the Brooklyn Museum, and the idea behind closed doors is the objects that you would have seen in an elite Spanish home if you would have been invited into their home. So just a whole variety of things, you know, textiles from Turkey, furniture from Spain, and then all of the objects that would have been made in the New World as well.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Is this a traveling exhibit?
It is. So it's from the Brooklyn Museum, which has a really fantastic collection of Spanish colonial era artifacts. So just a beautiful collection. So in conjunction with that, we have several different programs that are going on. This Wednesday at 11 o'clock, you can join our curator of art, Andrew Connors, for a talk on the exhibition in the gallery.
Andrew's great.
He is.
He's been on the show many times.
Very engaging, very engaging. And then if you have a family and you want to come explore the exhibit together, you can do that on Saturday, March 15th from 2 to 5 o'clock. And that'll include fun things like a scavenger hunt in the gallery to explore some of these really fabulous objects.
That's really cool.
Some art activities. We also have a group called Encuentro. They do traditional South American music. A big portion of this collection is actually from South America, and they're going to talk a little bit about the traditional music of South America and how it blends Spanish and indigenous sounds. So really great things. We have other things also. You know, there's always an exhibit, it seems like, opening at the museum, isn't there?
Every time you turn around, huh?
Yeah, so we also have on March the 20th is our monthly event called Third Thursdays. This is a great event for adults. It's an after-hours event. There's drink and food specials. There's music going on. This one is in conjunction with Women and Creativity Month. I don't know if you've all ever heard of that, but it's a great event organized by Harwood Arts Center and also the state of New Mexico. And it's events going on all over Albuquerque and Santa Fe related to women and creativity for that month.
We were just celebrating making
We were just doing
quilts.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Yeah, so our event will have an all-women mariachi band that's going to be there.
How about that?
We also have a duo of female folk singers, and also Dina McGuffin, who is a fantastic local bootmaker, is going to be demonstrating in one of our galleries. And this is for an exhibition, Art in La Charreria, which has been at the museum for quite some time. And it's the art of the equestrian tradition of charreria, so from Mexico.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So really fabulous stuff.
You brought some photos of some of the exhibit. If you look at that monitor there and tell us what we're having a look at here.
Oh, great. So this is a wonderful screen. Comes from Mexico City, but as you can tell, it's got a very Japanese flair to it. So, so there was a relationship between Japan and Mexico, trade, that was happening. And so you ended up with wonderful screens like this that would be used in a Spanish home to kind of separate the rooms, the more formal rooms and rooms like the estrado, which was the women's sitting room. So
let's take a look at this next one here.
And so this is a painting that shows some of the multicultural aspects, the mixing that would happen in the New World. This is an image of a scene from, I believe, the Dominican Republic. So this is actually a British image. And so they were interested in painting the scenes of everyday life. And what this does is also introduces the idea of slavery in the New World and the African presence in the New World as well. So. So wonderful paintings such as that in the exhibit. And there's a whole range, wonderful portraits that show some of the elite, landscape scenes.
We have one more, and we've got about a minute left, so let's have a look at this one.
Yeah. Okay, so this is another one of the really fabulous portraits, and this is of the Inca kings. So there isn't a tradition of portraiture in the Inca world, but what was really fabulous is they wanted to also establish their own lineage, very much the way that they saw the Spanish doing. And so what this is one of 14 portraits that were commissioned to create each of the rulers in the Inca world. So a lot of variety in objects that you'll see at the exhibition.
And all the events there are free with admission tickets, right?
It is, definitely, definitely. Most of our events, the Wednesday talk is free, that's one of our free days, and the family day is free as well. So no admission charges on either of those.
Oh, okay.
So we actually do have a brand new exhibit opening at the end of the month, and that is Vivian Vance. Vivian Vance was a local actress who many know from I Love Lucy as Ethel. So we have a wonderful exhibit of that opening on March the 29th, and we have an opening day that day, which includes some wonderful performances of some of the pieces that Vivian Vance was in, and some music and other activities as well.
Thank you.
Cool.
Wow, lots going on at the Albuquerque Museum. Elizabeth Becker is Curator of Education there. Thank you for being here.
Great.
Back in a moment.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.